Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do. Me and my wife, and she asked me what we're gonna do today. So I don't know. I told her every time somebody comes up here, they don't have no interest in nothing that we want to do. We always have to be doing what they want all the time. Have to sit here and look at them, feel like we're tied down to. I just don't like that. I don't want this regular stuff. I just don't. I don't want it. I don't want what everybody else thinks is all right. That's why I've cut out a lot of this stuff. Every time I look at somebody, you can tell there's something wrong with them. They've been already done everything that you can just about do. They've been touched. They've been something. Every one of them, just about. She she can't find one that ain't been touched, ain't been hurt. That's why it won't never work. We got a good offer, me and my wife does, but I can't find. We can't find a virgin. Can't find anybody that ain't been fooled with, fucked with, beat up or whatever it is. I can't help it. I'm no good at this stuff. So everybody's been touched out there just about. And there ain't nothing like that out here in Decatur, Tennessee. I can tell you that much almost certainly. Everybody's got family, got kids, they've got all this stuff, and all this stuff would have to be, not there. I can't feel free to be myself. I can't feel free to talk to you the way I want to talk to you. I can't go up and give you a hug, or my wife can't go up and give you a hug or anything, or we can't feel free to do what we'd like to do. Then, like I told my wife, this ain't gonna work. You know, yeah, there'd be a lot of things that could change and be different, but nobody's come out, nobody's local, nobody's in our area. The ones that I've dealt with just already got this stuff going on. And it's too much stuff. If they have a bad past, they're gonna throw it up and slap it in my face. And make it my fault. And I might have to sit here and play Steve Wilkos or something, and I'm not in the mood. What else better has to do? I put out these videos and stuff. I've done everything. I've looked at everything that I could think of. It's within my computer. A lot of that stuff needs memberships and all that other stuff. They say it's free, but then you go on there and fill all this stuff out. I've tried everything. Everything from Facebook, Twitters. I've tried the sexual sites. I've tried everything just to see if there might be something out there somewhere. And most of it, almost all of them, you have to have some kind of membership. My wife's been to church whenever she feels like going, but there's nobody there, of course. And nobody at the store. The only thing she's been good at getting is these rides home. Ain't nothing she don't already know. So, it's just what it is. Free packages through the mail there for almost a week. Everything else, like I said, free phone. I can sit here, dolls that she's gotten off the internet. I don't know what else to do. Every time she sees somebody, they play her. They act like they start handing out their stuff, their numbers, and all that sort of mess. I can't. I just can't guarantee nothing. I want out of here like she does, but I ain't nothing I can do about it. It's a tough road to go down, but we're just gonna have to make do, I guess. All I can do is, what is it? Oh, gonna feed Buster. But she's got her cows, her animals, her bunnies. I guess we'll just have to do without. I mean, I hate to let everybody out here win, but if I can't be myself, my wife can't be herself. I can't be around no other women because it's just gonna tear me up. I can't stand to feel like I gotta be tied down and jerked around, bossed around by somebody I'm trying to get to know, I'm trying to be myself around. I can't feel free to play my music or do the stuff I know I like to do. And no, it ain't all just about making out and all that sort of stuff. But I just saying, we've had one up here a year ago that we experienced a lot of this crap with. Had her mind been right, had she had her stuff together like she's supposed to, and everything, we might have had something. But she lied to us on a lot of that stuff and a lot of that front. That's why I can't deal with you. Y'all got stuff already going on. So now I see this stuff on the internet, seeing stuff on the computer, and was looking it up. As I'd come up with it 4 or 5 years ago, prior to putting this stuff out here or seeing this stuff out here on the computer, just to kind of see what exactly it was. So like I said, it sounds good to her, sounds good to me on paper and in my head, in our heads, but hey, where are you gonna find that kind of person at? Where are we gonna find something? There's no bar, no club anywhere, there's no excitement. Decatur, Tennessee is one of the least places that you'll find any action. There's no, they have the little church things, they have their little school stuff up here, and they have all this other mess that's up here that it's mainly for old people. You know, I'm almost gonna be 38. My wife's gonna be almost 35. I don't want to work anywhere. If I work anywhere, I'll get these young girls coming up to me, offer me their damn husbands or their damn kids. I done been through it with my wife when I worked at Hardee's. I've seen a lot of that shit. I don't want it. Y'all done tied down. Y'all ain't gonna have time for me and my wife. We don't drive. We don't. You know, we got to sign food stamps and stuff. You just have to be somebody that wanted it. Somebody that was really homeless, not just telling my wife that to get them to bring these people up here, and then they go out here and show out. Then if they tell the truth and be honest, you know, if they're like me could get somewhere, my wife could get somewhere with it. She had a bestie a long time ago. She wasn't able to bring her up here, or we wouldn't probably be in this shape right now. But you know, things didn't turn out the way my wife wanted it to turn out with all that stuff. And you know, she knows what I'm talking about. But you know, it's just, you know, sometimes like me, you had to let the chips fall where they might go. And so, I mean, I want my wife and I to have something special like this, but it's just not doable right now. It's just not. There's nothing to choose from. There's no apples. There's no grapes. It ain't like there's a dating show out here where old Derek and Jessica can just go out here and say, hey, here's 2 or 3 of them. Which one do you like? You know, you don't get that. You know, it's not like that. Life, you know, you may get somebody comes up to you. My wife said it yesterday. Oh, Derek, some nice lady paid for my dinner. You know, or my, you know, biscuit and a drink. I thought, yeah, well, that's nice. You know, again, that's about all you get. As everyday stuff that people, for some reason or another, you don't have to ask, and they'll just all of a sudden do that, and then they'll go on. You won't see them again, probably. You know, that's the thing. I've seen it, so I never stamped my approval and guaranteed my wife that stuff was going to happen. I just said it'd be nice if we did. We had a couple chances. One off of Facebook. I won't go all into that because I've done went into that enough. And we've had the one out here from a year ago. We've had that one. Otherwise, nobody's. I mean, we had that, that one that Bonehead was with her for a while, came down through here because he wouldn't pay attention to her. I've seen girls out here in Decatur, Tennessee that my wife will go out. She'll be on one of her short walks, and somebody be out here holding hands and all that sort of stuff, and all that sort of mess. Or somebody will come out the door, and next thing you know, they'll be saying, "Oh, he's beat me up, or he's hurt me, or whatever." And she feels bad for him. She comes in here and tells me in the past about all that stuff, and she's there, and she's saying, "Well, Derek, they tried to get away from. If they were trying to get away, they would have to kill me. I mean, if I was really felt like I didn't want to be there, they'd have to kill me. I'd have to go down swinging and that's the way a woman should be. If you really want out, and somebody like me and my wife offered you an opportunity to come out here, there wouldn't be no stress and all that sort of mess. And we got along with you and found out stuff about a person. The person or the people that took our offer and had at least some interest in it, which has been very few. Now the Felicia thing, I didn't know what the deal was up with that all the way, and no, I didn't have this in my head at the time. My wife didn't either. So there was one chance we didn't know anything about it. We didn't all have it all put together. Now we've got something kind of put together, And like I said, since 2018, it's been put there. And what few have done something's either somebody far off, already got things going. They're not anywhere close, not even local anyway, except for what I dubbed the crack whore. But again, it's just, it is what it is. I mean, I've been beat up with all this stuff. I mean, it's good at first sight, and it might go good for 5 minutes. It might go good for 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden they just start showing out and messing up. People from Hiwassee did the same thing. My wife brought 1 or 2 of them home. One of them, at one time, she was going to try to call me about it, and just said, "Oh, here, take her up there and let her stay a couple of weeks." And even I knew them before I even found out from our landlord, she wasn't that type of person. She didn't want to let anybody up in here, so extra. So I was telling that, and then she had to. She's, I could let her stay a couple of days or something. But I can't let somebody stay up here 2 or 3, 4 weeks. I'd risk getting me and my wife kicked out, even though I don't like this place. Now, me and my wife would like to be out of here, but there ain't no freaking choice. There ain't nothing an option. There ain't nobody in their 20s and 30s or anything around here that's not got this crap going on. Yeah, I could work with you having some type of a job. If you came home at a certain time and we got 6, 7, 8 hours and we was able to get, we could put up with that. There's things, there's rooms to compromise. There's places to compromise on certain things. But if you don't got it in your head to do that with other people like you did your own people and whoever else you let in the circle, if you're so worried about you stuff you already got cooking, your friends and all that other BS, then I can't help you. If you come in here trying to run me over with, "Oh yeah, you gotta let me see my friends, you gotta let me do this and let me do," you've already done it, right? You've already done it. Well, I'm just not talking about the one we had up here. This is where a lot of this comes from, I didn't even ask about any of this stuff. It just rolled off this person's tongue in here. But I can't, if me and my wife can't be ourselves, and I mean, we like to have a nice lady, like I said, and somebody we can be with the rest of our lives, feel comfortable around, and do the things we'd like to do, and have a good old time with. that they just ain't nobody to do it with. It's dead out here. I mean, you know, we get out a couple times every once in a while. She may go to the store or run an errand. I may go out to a doctor appointment once in a while or something. But I ain't gonna be out 360 something days in a year, and I'm not be sitting down there. My wife ain't be sitting on each side of the roads day and night holding up signs or nothing like that. I ain't gonna be throwing this out at every street corner, hopeful for somebody to come out or be beating and banging on people's doors or nothing. I mean, it ought to be that simple. Oh, God Almighty Himself could, or Danny himself would have picked out somebody if he wanted to. Apparently, they don't. So you're on your own. We're on our own. If it comes, it comes, I guess. It's one of them things. My wife's prayed for it at church. I don't know. Like I said, we've done everything. We've hit every avenue that I could think of that we've hit. I mean, just there ain't no clubs or no bars. Hey, we've done that. No karaoke club. You wouldn't have to drink. There'd just be people in there that you could see yourself getting along with. Somebody does like something. Instead of bringing somebody that I don't hardly know, at least I would know if I went into one of them karaoke places, whoever's there likes music. You know what I mean? Probably likes the old stuff too, and whatever. Because they have a variety at them karaoke places. They don't just play Justin Bieber or all that new stuff. I bet you most of them places have a variety of stuff in there. But yeah, again, it just thought I might come out for a few minutes and hope. But if there's anybody out here, if we ain't out here picking on a race or nothing, or gonna make a big deal out of, a lot of this stuff. You just want somebody that could be an easy fit, that likes handicapped people, maybe has experienced a few handicapped people, knows what it's like for them to kind of live the way we have to live right now. We've had our own problems with people, family, all that stuff, and I wouldn't mind, my wife wouldn't mind to help you out, hear you out with some of your stuff you've experienced. It just a lot of people like to over talk us or back talk us or say something like this did a year ago, and not take responsibility for stuff and choices they make. They'll come by at me. This one last year came out after 20, 25 minutes or whatever it was. Came out. Oh yeah, I see your point. Well, again, all of you do. It's just you don't want it. You always say, "Well, you ain't no shoes. You don't know what you're talking about." Well, I figuratively put myself in there. Maybe not literally, but I could figuratively figure it out. What you should do and what you should have done. It goes for anybody. But again, as much as we'd like to be able to lend a helping hand, I don't know. Maybe somebody out here it'll just be walking down the road, and maybe there'll be a homeless one come out through the woods somewhere. I don't know, but it's not likely. I mean, our luck's not that. My luck's never been that good. So, I was just lucky enough when my wife showed up and I prayed for that. It showed itself a couple of times there. Once on the bus, and then I worked volunteered a little bit over at what used to be Jones Street Cafe out here in Decatur. But now I put the offer out here and the ring out several times. I don't know, I can't do Facebook because Facebook's all messed up, and Twitter never has anything. So I generally talk myself out of getting on any social media now. I come out here, and me and my wife do, and everything. But it's not like It's not like we're just straight out looking for somebody to always have, or it's not like we're looking for a hoe or exactly. It's just that I told my wife, and these Christian crackpots and these dang people that's so worried about politics and things that don't even live in their own house, you can't get nowhere with them. They're too uptight, and you can't feel loose. You can't loosen up for them because you got to worry about what feelings you're gonna hurt her. If I joke around, and my wife knows how I do, it's usually the telling you how it is kind of stuff, just getting you crack up. But I'm afraid that if I do that, I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings. Or, Lord, we had that one time where we called the EMT people out, and I just meant for them to have one of the cops out here to find the switch to cut it off till they could fix it. Now it's messed all back up. I ain't fools. I ain't fooled with that bathroom thing, worrying about it because it just probably mess up again. Or it took almost a whole day to fix all that. But no, yeah, and one of them was a young lady. I didn't know all this till later, but right after. But she's sitting here. Like I said, my wife. I sit in this seat. And we have one of these little chairs right here, and she put herself right there in that seat. And I was really close. My wife asked her a question, something she was wanting to know about, and so she just kind of does what everybody does, and instead of answering it. And instead of being honest, she's more worried about whether or not we hurt their feelings or not by saying something to them. I never said anything to anybody about the Boys and Girls Club stuff. I just said, yeah, when it comes to my wife, I think she got played. I don't think they were serious. I didn't say they didn't have anybody in there. That'd be a lie. But a lot of times when me and my wife wants to do something bad always seems to happen, or you don't get it the way you drew it up. She got one of them little badges out here, sent out here. I don't know why. They didn't follow up with nothing. She ended up throwing it away. So anyway, we were trying to tell her, that she'd been played before. And this person took it the wrong way, of course, like you'd always pretty well expect her to do, or any woman for that matter. And and so I said something about that a little bit. I chimed in. I said just a little bit, nothing much, not yelling, not cussing. And I mentioned that this person. Well, not directly, but I was making a video. My wife went in there and called the person. She could hear me in here making a video, and she's trying. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, and I was saying stuff like, I don't see how these people get married. I don't see how they survive if you can't, handle a little old thing that got brought up. My wife's one brought it up. She wanted to go down there and help out or have something to do, and they can't even be 100% straight with her, and stuff. I mean, anything that's offered to us always turns to shits. That's just the way it always has been. I've tried a couple of my old school friends myself, like I mentioned before. Tried those offers, tried the church thing, tried the park stuff, tried several times with people from Hiwassee. It don't work. My wife's about the only exception besides Connie I used to know. She could tell you just about anything that'd be all right. But anybody else that's come from there, and I've seen about 3 or 4 of them, 3 or 4 different ones, and they're all, it don't matter how tall they are or how how they look on the outside. They all usually look pretty fairly decent, and good on the outside, but their mind is somewhere else. It's in the gutter, and you just can't. I can't make it work. My wife, said, "Well, Derek, I could talk to him and this and that." Yeah, she can do all that, but I can't. See, I'm gonna feel restricted if I can't say anything and I can't chime in and feel free to talk to somebody, and they want me to talk, but then they criticize me for giving them good advice, or it'll make it look like just one of these girlfriend things. And my wife don't have to scream or yell at them. Why should I have to? But my thing is when they start, they ask for help and you give them that, and that's all I've tried to do. It's like they take it and go overboard. Now she could sit there and they'll say, well, it's probably, and I could just imagine somebody saying it this way, but it's because she said she's been in one of them places and stuff. Well, Lord, you don't have to. You don't have to. I remember one time my dad passed away. They thought they had me hook, line, and sinker. They thought I was just going to go in there and spill beans. You can ask my wife. I remember this day. I said, "You can tell that man, forget about it. All I got to do is listen to the music and talk about good old times. I don't need some stranger sitting across from me, and I don't know. They ain't gonna be able to help me with nothing. All they gonna do is just listen to me talk." And as I've told my wife, and many a time she's learned a lot of this, just listen to me talk. You wouldn't want to have to be in there doing that. They're everybody goes in there, man, woman, child, whatever. You go in there and you're gonna be self-conscious. Well, I had this happen to me this week, but I wonder if I should tell this or not. You know what I'm saying? So it would be hard on any person, not just me. I wouldn't feel comfortable telling a stranger about something that happened to me, or if there was something between us. It's none of their business. It's our business. We sit down here and we figure it all out and do it ourselves. You don't need them. As a matter of fact, in caseworkers, I can guarantee you, and I don't have to be in there to watch it, but it's just all they care about is having somebody on some kind of pills. And it ain't nothing but a sleeping pill, some type of sleeping pill or something, and it's just a habit they've got. That's all they're good for. And they get a lot of people like that. And like I said, if everything went the way I wanted to go and drew it up, and my wife had drew it up the way we had it thought in our head, we'd be fine. There would be no problems. There wouldn't be any drama or nothing. There wouldn't have to be anybody raise their voice or say anything to anybody. I've seen a few good ones, and Hazel's one of the ones that we once in a while can call up if we need to go to the grocery store. If we got our food stamps or something, and we let her know a day ahead. She ain't got too much going on. Every once in a while, we can go in there and you can ask my wife over there. I don't never have to yell, scream. We don't get back talk. We don't get, and she's a senior citizen. She's not
very sweet.
And I ain't never had to yell at her or nothing or nothing. But every time I want to do, somebody comes in here around our age or younger, they start acting up. And that's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say anymore with it. I told my wife, all you can do is just hold out a little longer, see if something comes up. I don't expect anybody to be on this YouTube stuff much. I don't have the premium service stuff, so I guess I can't get as many eyes and ears on it, so I just have to do what we can do. but yeah, I don't know. But you won't put some stuff out? Okay. Yeah, she's doing some stuff. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna finish eating, but anyway, I just make a small video. All right.